Hey you guys, it's Crystal from the Abundantly Blessed Homestead. It is Tuesday night at 5:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means we're doing a cooking class. Tonight we're going to be making salsa verde pork chops. This is a super good meal. I already have the rice, and actually I put some pinto beans in there as well going into the Instant Pot. I kind of did it 50-50. I know down in the description box I said 2 cups of rice, so instead of doing 2 cups of rice because I was short on rice that was already fermented and properly prepared, but I had pinto beans that were. So I did 1 cup of pinto beans, 1 cup of the fermented rice, and that's what's just now finishing into the Instant Pot. I'm going to let it continue to sit with the pressure for about 10 minutes, and then we'll vent that. But the sauce that we're going to make over here on the stove is going to be poured on top of that like a topping, or you could just pile it as a side on a plate or a main piece of meat, but you could put this on a dish and put sides next to it, however you'd like to do it. So just in case you're new here, this is what we do every Tuesday night. My goal is to inspire you and teach you how to cook a meal from scratch for your family. So I've never monetized my channel. I don't make a penny off of it. So if this video has inspired you to feed your family a meal from scratch, please put it down in the links or down in the just the comments. Down in the comments below. I love reading you guys' comments. I love knowing that I'm making a difference with my videos. So if I inspire you tonight to cook one meal from scratch this week for your family, please let me know down in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Let's see. Also, there's a bunch of links down below, as they are on all of my videos. I'm an affiliate for several companies, so there's links down there that if you use those to buy things like liver or cod liver oil or several different products, then I get a kickback. It doesn't cost you anything, but I can earn a little bit of money with you guys using my links. Also, my links for the products I personally sell are down there, so my cookbook link is down there. And also all of my meal plans that I sell are all in the description box down below. So check all of that out. I also wanted to say that one of the companies I'm affiliate for is having a really good sale right now. So Perfect Supplements is having a great sale. Typically, if you buy 3 of the same product, they give you a discount. But right now they have a special sale going on where if you select any 3 of the supplements they sell that are the Perfect brand supplements, you get an automatic 20% off. So that's pretty cool. The link is down below. Check them out. Perfect Supplements is an amazing brand. I don't mind being an affiliate for them because I love what they stand for. They test all of their products that they sell for glyphosate, which is really important when you're trying to nourish your body. We don't want glyphosate, also known as Roundup, in our food, in our bodies. So they test for everything. So that's great. All right, so we're going to get started cooking here. I'm going to angle the camera down. I'm glad you guys are with me tonight. All right, this is technically not one of my quick summer meals, but it's a good one. So these are all pork chops, and I've already started chopping them up. Now, there are like 2 or 3 loose flies inside my kitchen. So if you happen to see one, no judgment. This is a farm. And I've already slaughtered probably 50 of them inside my home to get ready for this class. So I know there are a few flies. It's just the way it is. But anyway, I have started taking the bones out of these raw pork chops. You sure could just cook them as whole. But my problem is my kids won't eat them as whole. I have to cut them up anyway. So if I cut them up now, it'll be a faster cook time. And those bones can go to our dogs. Whereas if I were to put a whole pork chop into this pan over here and cook it, the bones can no longer go to my pets. So I'm going to cut them up as is right now. I went ahead and turned this pan over medium-high heat because this is my big pan, you guys. It is cast iron, but it takes so long to heat up that I tend to try and get it to warm up to medium heat and then reduce my heat down to medium. It's just my burner is so much smaller than my pan. It's not even funny. So we're going to go ahead and chop up the pork chops, get them into the pan over there, and we're going to get an onion over there as well. These are grass-fed, or I have to say grass-fed. The grass they are eating is stuff that the farmer has seeded. Typically be fed to a pig in the form of grain, but this is soy-free pasture-raised pork. So a happy pig. And we're just going to chop it on up and get those chunks over there into the pan. And don't be afraid, if you're buying high quality meat of animals who have been on, be afraid to eat the fat. That's where a lot of nutrients are. So I just leave the fat on the ends. And my kids hate it, but if I eat a chunk of fat, I still serve it to them. And if they decide not to eat it, I'll eat it. Not a big deal. I'm also going to add some goat butter. I made my first butter this week. That was fascinating. I need to look into the reason why it's white, okay? My goats are on pasture, so I guess I was kind of expecting it to be golden, like cow butter, but it's not. It's white. And I guess it's just the way it is. So people who have goats like dye it colors. Hey, Julie, you got on. That's awesome. Thank you. Anyway, I guess they like dye it colors, but I don't know the science behind the reason why goat butter turns out white. So anyway, I'd like to look into that because just out of curiosity, like what is the profile difference between cow's milk and goat's milk, and why does one get like a gorgeous yellow color and our goat's milk doesn't, or our goat's butter either. The milk isn't like a golden tint either like the cream, it's white as well. So anyway, if anyone knows the answer, put it down in the comments and save me a couple hours of research. If not, I'm going to research into it. But the butter tastes amazing. My family and I were shocked. We thought for sure. I mean, it still tastes a little bit like a goat. I mean, it has a goat aftertaste like anything that's made by a goat. Which then made me think, well, then does that mean that all of our cow products give us a cow aftertaste in our mouth, but we've just been raised with cow products so we don't really taste it? Big questions, I know. But it's got me thinking about things. See, like this is like pure fat. Okay, I'm going to cut it up a little bit smaller and it's going to go in there, and like 2 of my kids will probably eat it, and the rest of them, if it ends up in their plate, there'll be a little bit of moaning and groaning, and they'll decide not to eat it, and then I'll just eat it. I don't mind eating it. That's nutrient-dense fat right there. It helps to keep you full, and your cells need fat. Fat is so important. That is one reason why boneless, skinless chicken breasts are so not good for you, because it's all protein and there's no fat on that. It's a lot of leaner type meat. And it's missing that skin, which gives you the vitamin A. Alright, I'm just chopping away here, guys. And like I said, this would be a heck of a lot faster if you have kids that will just eat whole pork chops, but mine won't. They want it all chopped up. And so, I don't know, 6 months ago, I just finally decided I'm done chopping everyone's meat up at the table. Like, why should I sit here and not eat while everybody else eats while I chop? I might as well chop it while I'm making it. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go wash my hands, and I'm going to check the comments because you guys are commenting. Hi, Kylie. And I'm going to add some butter, so I'm going to go wash the meat. Hang on one second. Wash the meat off my hands. All right, I'm going to check comments. Don't worry. I'm going to put the butter in first. I'll show you guys the butter. Check this out. It's like completely white. Very, very interesting. Because I've made butter from cow's milk, but not goat before. So I'm probably adding, I don't know, 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm not afraid of butter, so we just use it. I don't really measure. All right, comments now. I just didn't want that to burn to the bottom. Okay. Here we go. Jackie says, hi, Crystal. I may have to leave soon if I can get into the monthly price journal chat. Due to a bad storm last Tuesday, power out for several hours, and just able to get to your class as you were saying goodbye. I'm so glad you're here, Jackie. Kylie says, I just tried goat butter for the first a couple weeks ago and have more coming from Azure now. Interesting taste, but I'm going to try and switch us over. Would love to hear more about goat dairy. Yeah, so we have our own dairy goats. We were buying raw milk from a a man who had, a raw dairy with cows. And that was perfect. I didn't mind it. Our family would go through like 5 gallons a week, but that's like not allowing my children to drink the milk that they would typically drink if it was available, because it is expensive. And so my husband said, let's get a cow, because we do have a farm here. And Kylie, welcome to the channel. I've actually never seen you comment before, so thank you so much for joining tonight and commenting. So basically, what ended up happening was my husband wanted to get a cow, and I said there's just no way. We have young children, and I do have a teenager in the house, but I just don't have enough help to handle the influx of the amount of dairy milk that would be coming in from a cow. And I wouldn't want it to go to waste. I would want to make things like cheddar cheese. I would want to make things, cottage cheese, and just all of the things, butter, and that all takes time. And, in a couple of years, yeah, I can see us getting a dairy cow. But right now, it's just too much. I'm not afraid of the size of the animal. I grew up with horses, so I'm not afraid of large livestock. It's just the amount of the amount of milk that would be coming into the home that was overwhelming for me. My husband hates goats. He thinks they're the devil's best friend. And so basically, we went back and forth for a long time, and then I finally just said, well, I can't do a cow, I just can't. And so then my husband said, I started talking to him about goats, because they have meat goats as well. And so we ended up settling on doing dairy goats and then a meat type of buck. It's called a Kiko buck. And so that's what we have for our bucks, so that if any offspring are born and we don't want to keep them and we can't sell them, then we could technically put them in the freezer. Although I really think that's going to be hard. Just because you get so attached to your animals, But anyway, so that's what we're doing. And so we milk 3 goats a day. And we have the large dairy breeds, not the smaller ones. I used to milk the smaller Nigerian dwarf type goats with a friend years ago, and hers at least didn't produce very much. And so I was so disappointed that I had all this work to do and was milking by hand, but we only got like 2 cups of milk, And I thought, man, I'm handling these small little nipples, and her goats were kind of naughty, all for 2 cups of milk. And so I just had it in my mind that if I was going to buy a goat, I was going to buy a big breed that can produce way more than that. So our goats produce, depends on what they eat out the pasture, but they usually produce around 6 cups a goat per milking. So that's a good amount. But anyway, so we have plenty of milk now. We're making cheeses and stuff. I'm chopping up 1 yellow onion to add to this. So we ended up switching over to goat milk because it's cheaper for us. We have the land. It's cheaper for us to have our own dairy animal than to buy raw milk, etc. And in fact, next year, we are going to have 3 more dairy goats. And with those goats, we should be able to provide all of the butter that my large family eats. So we should be able to make somewhere between 15 and 20 pounds of butter a month, which is actually way more than what we use. So that will be really, really nice. Okay, so we're just sauteing here. So we didn't switch to goat products because of any sort of allergy. I have not made hard cheeses yet. I actually ordered some from Azure Standard because they sell raw goat's cheese. So I just want to try it before I invest in like cheese presses and stuff, because that stuff's really expensive. And so I don't want to invest in all of it if we're not going to prefer the flavor. But like I said, once again, legitimate question. Do all of us like dairy from a cow because that's what we were raised with and that's what society has fed us? And is that the reason why goat products taste quote unquote goaty? It's because we weren't raised with it. Just a fascinating thought. Like, does it actually taste goaty, or does the dairy from a cow also taste cowy? It's just, my mind has to go there. I don't know. So we're just going to saute this until the onion is soft, because the pork is already cooked about halfway through. Pork turns pretty much a light pink white color when it's cooked, and it's dark pink when it's still raw. And by chopping it up, this is going to cook super fast, much faster than it would had we not diced it on up. And I went out to the garden right before class and got this nice bunch of cilantro. So that's going to go on in. You could use dried cilantro as well. You would have to season that to taste, because I'm not sure what the amount would be. Azure does sell dried cilantro, which is amazing. I use that in the winter when I can't just walk out my door and go cut the cilantro. So over here, the garden's doing well. We got some more rain since my garden tour, which was nice. We had 2 or 3 days with rain in a row, which was great. I think we got pretty close to half an inch between all the storms combined. They were just little storms. But if you guys saw my latest video on electroculture, you'll know that I've gone down the electroculture road and I've started installing antennas. And when a storm comes through, that provides an extra charge to those antennas, which provides an extra charge to my plants. So we saw an explosion of plant growth after that line of storms went through. One of them had lightning, which is even a more powerful boost to those antennas and those plants. And so I was quite happy. We had some cucumbers that just appeared. We had blossoms and blossoms and nothing was happening. After the storms, we had cucumbers out there. I went out and picked them fresh today. There's nothing like a fresh cucumber. That skin is nice and, firm, and the liquid inside is so fresh and refreshing, and it's just really good. Okay, so the next ingredient that's going to go in here is going to be salsa verde, okay? This is my homemade recipe for salsa verde. I don't know if that's inside my cookbook. Let me look. I don't think I put it in there, but I might have. I only make it once a year, and I use the green tomatoes that are in my garden at the end of the season, and frost is coming. So I strip my plants, and I make my salsa verde. Let's see. It is in there, page 164. If you haven't grabbed my cookbook yet, the link's down below. Page 164, salsa verde. It's in the canning section of my cookbook. But anyway, that's going to be going in, but you sure can buy salsa verde from the grocery store. No problem. I will forewarn you that salsa verde varies a lot in hotness as far as spicy goes. And so just make sure you try the salsa verde before you use it in this recipe, because this recipe uses a lot of salsa verde. It's going to use this whole quart of salsa verde. So if you're buying it from the store, you want 32 ounces of salsa verde. Try it before you decide on a brand to use for this recipe. I know that mine has a little bit of a kick, but I'm going to counteract that in just a minute by adding 2 cups of milk instead of 2 cups of broth. If you know that your salsa verde is not going to have too much of a kick for your family, go ahead and use the 2 cups of broth. It's just, I know that if this salsa verde starts to burn anyone's taste buds off, I'm going to have some complaints and a possible uprising with 5 children. So I'm just going to use milk instead of the broth into the recipe. And once again, if you're a canner, another shout out to Tattler lids. I love these. I've used these over and over and over, and you can use them up to 12 years before you have to replace the gasket. They used to say 5, but now they've been tested up to 12 years. So it's a one-time purchase, and you just keep washing them and reusing them every time you go to can. And these lids are just slightly more expensive, and I mean slightly, like a few pennies more expensive than the disposable ones you buy in your aisle of the canning section of your store. So their web address is reusablecanninglids.com. I am not an affiliate. I get no money for recommending these. I just love this brand, and they've worked well for me. I've used them for at least 5 years of all of my garden produce. Totally worth looking into. So reusablecandylids.com. And this pan is ready for me to pour it on in. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in, and then I'll go grab some milk. You could also use sour cream if you want. It's just kind of to cool it down for my kids because they don't really like spice. I blame it on me because when I was pregnant, I love to eat spicy things anyway. And I can remember being pregnant with pretty much all of my kids and like going out to Mexican and eating my typical Mexican choices, which basically are so hot they give me hiccups. And I remember like feeling the babies like squirming in there, and they got hiccups themselves because it was so hot. So anyway, they don't like spice, and I blame it on myself. I probably burned all of their taste buds off in utero, but anyway, if I make something that's super spicy, they hate it. The next ingredient is the juice from 2 limes, okay? I don't have any limes, but I do have my favorite juice manufacturer, which is Santa Cruz. This is sold by Azure Standard. Once again, it comes in glass, and it's 100% pure lime juice. They also make lemon juice. So I'm just going to guesstimate, eyeball it to what I think would be 2 limes, which I'm going to guess is somewhere around 2 to 3 tablespoons of juice. Okay, that went in. I'm going to go return this to the refrigerator and grab the milk. So, just in case Kylie is still on, one big difference between goat milk and cow's milk is goat milk comes out of the goat naturally homogenized. So goat milk does not separate. The cream does not come to the top. After a few days into the fridge, there'll be a little bit of the cream on top, but it's not all of the cream because the goat's body naturally homogenizes it. It's one thing I really enjoy about milking goats is that they can't hold their cream back like a cow can. If you go to milk a cow, sometimes certain cows can be rather stubborn in letting their cream down for you to milk, okay? And when they do that, then you don't have a lot of cream available for you. She reserves it for her calf. So in this case, there's no reserving because they can't. It's physically impossible. All right, so I'm going to add what I'm going to think is about 2 cups of milk. This is goat milk, but you could sure use cow's milk. If you can buy raw organic, that's awesome, although we're cooking it, so it doesn't necessarily have to be raw. If you can't find raw in your area, organic, non-homogenized is the next best, okay? And then down from there would be organic. So whatever fits into your budget. I'm just toning this down. Now, if you guys like spice, your kids don't mind spice, you can go ahead and put 2 cups of broth in here. That's perfectly fine. So we're just going to give that a good stir, and it's going to get to simmering. I'm going to go return the milk to the fridge. All right. Last ingredient, super fast meal, is cilantro. So I'm going to just take a pair of scissors if I can find where I put them. Hang on a second. Dice this instead, which wouldn't be the end of the world. I'll just dice it. What was I saying before that? I don't remember. Ha ha ha. This is a fast meal, and I'm just going to add the cilantro in, and then, like I said, that Instant Pot, I'm going to go ahead and go pop the top on it here. Anyway, it's ready to go, and so I will dish a plate up and show you guys what it looks like. If you're using limes, you sure could decorate it with a lime slice. That looks pretty. Oh, William's coming in. He must have heard the milk. So on with the cilantro. Hi, buddy. How are you? I told you guys. Okay, I'm going to give the people a close-up of the deal, the little meal here, okay? There it is. Perfectly beautiful, okay? There it is. All right. And there's the little growing kid. He's coming up. So just a minute, but I'm going to move the cutting board. And Mommy will go get milk. We'll have our milk together. Does that sound good? Oh, good. I love you too. Okay, now, Mom has knives. So I'm going to move this now. Okay? So don't grab my arm.
Hey, I have where a knife is.
Okay, but listen. That's hot. And I don't want you to get burned, okay? You going to stir it? Okay, it's hot though, so be very careful if you're going to stir it. Okay, William?
I'm sure.
Yep, just like that here. Okay, you ready? Let's stir it. We'll do it together. There you go. Just stir it around. Ta-da. See? Oh, it smells good. Doesn't it smell good?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll just tap side. Ready? Over here. Ta-da! Okay, now don't touch it. It's hot. And I'll go get you your milk, okay?
But
Jackie was on here. I don't know if she is anymore. She might have had to go for a meeting. I'll get you the milk, okay?
Ooh, the
You're so excited. Okay, you gonna try to open it? Ooh, you got it. Okay, just a minute. We gotta do cups, remember? Okay. We'll do cups together. All right. Yep. We'll clap the cups. Don't worry.
So the ghost will
Ooh, don't knock it. Yeah, don't knock the milk though.
Yeah, or the rope.
Okay.
Only no milk.
Can I go put the milk away and then we can do our milk together? I'll go put it away. Oh, no, it's gotta stay on.
Okay.
Because we gotta put it away. Okay, wait for Mama.
Oh, it's yours. Oh. What kind is the bacon?
What?
What kind is bacon?
I think they're about equal, but you could pick. Which one do you want? Okay, so stand up. I'm going to go ahead and turn that burner off behind him, you guys, because dinner's done back there. That's ready to pour over rice or beans or rice and beans.
I want rice.
Okay, you ready? Okay, here you go. Is it good?
Yeah.
Mmm.
One, two, and
What happened to your lip? There's blood on it. Did you bite it?
yeah.
Oh, owie.
That one. No. That from the swing.
The swing hit you in the face? Oh, that's rough. Oh, Jackie's still here. She says, hi, William.
Hi.
Sorry, guys, I've been missing your comments. I'm going to go back now. Jackie says, I like both cow and goat milk, even though I didn't have goat until about 10 years ago. Hi, Sharon. Sharon's here.
Hi.
Yeah. All right. Kelly Dawn Patterson says, that will produce good memories for the boy when he's older. Yes. I hope he marries someone who knows how to cook. And if not, I guess I'm going to teach her how. Right, William? Gotta make sure my grandbabies are nutrient dense, right? Okay, so really quick, this is a new product that I'm not an affiliate for, but I'm also wanting to give a shout out for, okay? So I have struggled with bug bite control out here on the farm for years. We have ticks out here, we have biting flies, we have biting mosquitoes, and they love me. I don't know if it's my blood type or what, but I mean, if I just went outside naked one day and just let them all bite me at once, I could get a free flight anywhere in the United States. I mean, they just swarm me. So, in any event, I've really struggled because there's not much stuff that works, and I don't want to put DEET on us, okay? And my husband was using this other stuff that had vanilla in it, but vanilla for me attracts, apparently, the mosquitoes. It keeps the biting gnats away, but not the mosquitoes. So I had this recommended to me by somebody, and it works amazing, you guys. So it's made by a company called Murphy's Naturals. This stuff is so good. It repels basically everything at this point for us, which is great. It's a mosquito and tick repellent, okay? But it seems to work on the flies and the gnats the same. It smells good, non-toxic. If you are sweating a lot, you'll have to reapply it, but it's a really good product. So I believe it's murphysnaturals.com. That website on here? Yeah, murphysnaturals.com. I bought 2 of these bottles because with my large family, we're going to blow through this sucker in about 2 weeks. Ooh! What do you say?
Yeah.
No. Excuse me. Okay, you're excused. But anyway, they also sell like bite salve, which is to go on the bites in case you get bit. And it takes all of the itch away and the burn away from stings. This is good stuff. So check it out if you're in the market for bug spray. Mama's gonna, did you finish your milk? Oh wow, you drank all of that. That's a lot. Oh, here, put your cup into the sink. Here, go put your cup into the sink. Yes, Mama. Yes, Mama. Thank you. The last thing I wanted to say, guys, is I was going to dish up a plate, wasn't I? Have a plate. Oh my! I'm going to get a plate and we'll dish it up, okay? Just a minute.
Wow.
All right. It's epic. He's so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
How do you open it?
I'm going to let you guys down and then I'm going to say what I need to say here in just a second. And it's
How do
just,
you close
here we
it?
go. All right, so I have my rice and beans mixture. I just got it out of my Instant
Hey.
Pot. Yes, baby.
How do you close this?
Oh, you have to lock it. Here, I'll do it. Watch your fingers. Uh-oh. There you go. I don't know if you can lock it if the... No, you got to wait till it's on the other part, okay? Okay, so I have rice and beans in here. And then I'm just...
Beans, I like them.
I know. I'll just give you this plate, okay? Give me
I
yours.
don't like rice and beans.
Mmm.
No, I don't like
Anyway,
yucky beans.
Salsa verde, it's not yucky.
Yeah.
Salsa verde goes right on top. The salsa verde pork chops, okay? Like I said, you can totally put sour cream in this if you want.
And that pork chop from the cow.
No, pork chops are from the pig, and it's the soft ones that you like. Okay? You want to try it? It's hot. Yeah, it's hot. How about I carry it over to the table for you, and then I come back, okay? You carry your spoon. Come here.
I know. Cool. I had a sweetie one.
Why don't you open the door and find a pretty spoon? You do that, okay? Yeah, Sharon, Murphy's Naturals. And Jackie says get a mini cow, smaller cow with less milk, right? Yes, but my problem with that idea, because I thought about that. My problem with that idea is that then I have to find somebody locally who has a bowl that's a mini. And I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Or do AI, which involves a veterinarian and sometimes doesn't work. So, but yes, good idea. And yes, Jackie, Sharon, Murphy's Naturals. And William is such a cool character. Yes, he is. So my little rant for tonight is this. If you're having a health issue, do not trust your health to anyone. And that's including the naturopathic doctor realm. And the reason why I say this is because just because you're seeing a professional or a naturopathic doctor does not mean they know everything, okay? And I'm saying this because a dear person that's close to me, I've been talking to her on the phone, and I just really feel it in my spirit that she's been to all these professionals and alternative professionals, and people are missing things that I feel should have been checked. So do your own research. You are responsible for your body, not your naturopathic doctor, not your herbalist, not your medical doctor. You are responsible for that. So you need to do your own research. Just because someone says it's good for you does not mean it's actually good for you. Just because someone says, let's go down this road over here, doesn't necessarily mean that's all there is to it. And so there are so many good resources over on the Weston A. Price website. They have recordings, you guys, from their last, I don't know how many years worth of conferences They have an annual conference every year where they invite doctors and naturopaths from all over the world to come to one location and give presentations for hours, okay? You will learn so much if you can attend that conference. They have amazing food that they give there. It's all organic, from scratch cooking. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But if you can't make it, or if they had a subject from the past that you want to watch, you can get on their website and it's instant download. And depending on how long of a presentation you're wanting to buy, the price is different. So for instance, for like a 3-hour, I think it's at $55, but don't quote me on that. But that's an instant download that you own, you guys. And you won't be disappointed by what you're paying for, because there's so much information, your head just is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I learned this much. So please, 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 I beg of you guys, if you guys are having any sort of health issues, if something doesn't feel right, please do your own research. And the Weston A. Price Foundation, right online there, has all of their past conference recordings right on their website. Instant download for a nominal fee, okay? Much, much less money than going around to all of these special doctors and not getting any answers. So don't trust anyone with your health. You are the one that God gave you your body. You are responsible for it. You are responsible for doing the research. So I just empower you guys to take that. Go forth, do your research, know what you know, so that when you sit down with those professionals, you can say, have you considered this? Or could we test this? Or what are the possibilities of this issue being linked in with this? And if you can go in there with a more educated mind, the person who is helping you will either be open-minded to go down that path, or you find someone who is. Need some more salt on the meal? Or you're just empty? Okay, well, you know what? Use this healthy salt first, and then I'll fill it up when it's all gone. But don't put all of that on your meal. It'll be too spicy, too salty. But all I'm saying is that if you do not do the research, you cannot blame anyone but yourself for something being missed. So there are a lot of great naturopaths out there, and I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm just saying they're not trained in everything. And if they've never experienced what you're going through, sometimes they don't know how to handle it. So please do your due diligence with your body that God entrusted to you for this journey in your life, and do research to make sure that you are all on the same page and stand up for what you truly feel is going on. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't use all the salt. Healthy salt was listed down below on the ingredients. Salt to taste however you'd like. It also depends on how much salt is in that salsa verde, okay? Check comments real quick. All right. Holly says, preach it. Sharon says, they don't know you like you know yourself. Exactly. Exactly. What, buddy? This is salt.
No, the big jar.
Oh, the big jar's in there. Pepper's up here.
No.
Here you go.
No, salt.
No, this is salt.
No.
All right, you want to fill it up?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll fill it up in just a minute, okay? I promise. So the base is over there. The base is, Olivia, there's rice and beans, so you can take that scooper and give yourself one scoop if you'd like, and put the other stuff on top. All right, the children are cycling in for dinner, so I better let you guys go. But thanks so much for joining me. Like I said, link for cookbook and other links are down below. And I'm coming, just a minute. You want to say goodbye to the people?
Bye.
Hang on, I have to angle it down so they can see you. Ready? All right, you guys, I'll join you. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully, and on my videos in between. Like I said, if I inspired you tonight to cook your own meal, put it down in the comments. Okay, say bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Bye. Wave to him. Bye. All right. Hey, Rita. Catch you next time, okay? You guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next week. Oh, next week, I will put a pre-scheduled event up if I don't have an Azure order coming in, okay? So stay tuned for that. Just a second. I'm coming. I'm coming. Just a second. Okay, just a minute. Okay. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me. Catch you guys next week.